Hi friends, thanks for joining me today. We are on day 15. No, 15, 1 5.
No, 51.
Definitely not.
No, 51.
50.
No, it's 51.
It is not, it is 1 5.
No, it's the 51. It's the 51.
Ooh, come. This one is Earl Grey Bella Luna. 3 to 5 minutes at 212 degrees, black tea, coconut, blue cornflowers, natural coconut flavor, natural bergamot flavor, natural creme flavor, high caffeine. I think I do have this tea. I believe I have a 16-ounce bag of it, which is a lot of tea. It's a very fruity smelling Earl Grey, but it's not predominantly bergamot, which is an orange. The coconut flavor isn't super overpowering or even really present. It's just the fruit is mostly what I'm getting out of this. There we go. In the pot. Echo. Set timer for 5 minutes.
5 minutes, starting now.
This is one of my favorite teas, so lovely. Question of the day. What are some of your other hobbies? It'd probably be easier to tell you what I don't do because I do a lot. I have a lot of hobbies. So I cross stitch, I sculpt with clay, of course I crochet, I write and draw, kayaking is a hobby, board games, video games, sit around and watch movies. I like that one a lot. Suddenly feels like a small list. Oh, I do want to show you this. So a friend of mine yesterday presented me with this. It is a Brown Betty teapot, and I've not rinsed it. I have not opened it. I have not previously owned one of these. There's a little spot on the back from packaging, so we need to give it a good wash. And after we're done with the advent calendar teas, we'll do a Brown Betty teapot. I'm very excited. So these are made in Staffordshire, and if it's not made in Staffordshire, it's not a real Brown Betty teapot. Red terracotta clay and Rockingham brown glaze. So this color of glaze was chosen so that the tea doesn't stain the pot. That's why they're brown. There's some speculation on the name of why it's called a Brown Betty teapot. There's some speculation on the name, but most people, and I have a feeling that's probably more English people who are always going to believe that the way they do things is the best. I'm leading up to this, honest. So that's true of any person, really. Almost everyone who says, no, my way of making tea is the best way of making tea, everybody's going to say that, and everybody has their own way. But most people who regularly drink tea from a Brown Betty teapot think that that is the best way to brew tea. It's you're meant to drink the entire pot. So don't let it sit. Make it for the amount of people who are going to be having it. Otherwise, you do run the risk of oversteeping your leaves because you put the loose leaves in there. So the shape of this, I'm going to repeat all of this when I get to the video where I brew with it. The nice round shape of it gives the leaves a lot of room to move. And lovers of this particular teapot say that that's the best. It's the most even steep. So all of the flavors are evenly mixed infused in the water. I have never had tea with a Brown Betty teapot because I have not previously owned one. So I'm really excited to have it. I'll give it a good rinse, and then sometime probably next year is when we'll get to making tea in this pot. I'm very excited. I haven't chosen what tea I'm going to put in it yet. I do have a London fog that's very nice, so it might be that. Or, you know, really anything. You can put anything in there. You can put green teas in there. It doesn't always have to be black tea, although black tea was very popular in England for the longest time. I'll find something. We'll figure it out. But we will brew tea with that pot. I have strainers that are meant to work with pot brewed loose leaf tea, so I'm very excited. I'm happy to have it. The story is that my friend had a Brown Betty teapot. I think he said it broke, and he went to replace it, and he replaced it with this one that he gave me, but it was smaller than the last one that he had, so he bought another one that was the bigger size, which is what he wanted, and rather than return this one, this slightly smaller pot, he gave it to me. So I'm very excited. It should be fun. Any minute now, this tea is going to be done. We are getting towards the end. Did that question. I'm 2 questions short of finishing this calendar. So if you have any last minute questions or anything I haven't hit yet, echo, stop timer. Let me know. I'll come up with something, but anything you want to know, now's the time to ask. It's not like I'll never do another thing like this again. I probably will, but... Ooh, drippy. That was me removing the tea bag from my teapot.
Oh my god.
You okay in there, kiddo?
Yeah.
Nice, deep, rich, reddish color. That's the black tea. It smells like Earl Grey. And it tastes really hot. So what I get from this tea is pretty much Earl Grey, which is black tea with bergamot, although the bergamot flavor is pretty prevalent, but there's something else. So I know there's a slight sweetness to it. This is the blue cornflowers. And maybe coconut in there, but it's not like a distinct coconut flavor. It's just, there's a quality of something else in this tea. So it's Earl Grey with a slight sweetness that's hard to place. It's really good though. It's a lovely cup of tea. That's why I have a pound of it, because it's a pretty basic Earl Grey. And that's it. That's the tea for today. So thank you so much for joining me today. I'm grateful for you, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.